Commercial lease defaults present different collection dynamics than residential lease disputes, typically larger amounts, more sophisticated parties, and more complex legal issues. When a commercial tenant vacates without fulfilling their lease obligations, the landlord's recovery depends on quickly identifying who to sue and where to find them. Here's the professional approach to commercial tenant skip situations. Unlike residential tenants, commercial tenants are often business entities, LLCs, corporations, partnerships, rather than individuals. When a business entity abandons a commercial lease, the recovery analysis starts with the entity's liability and works outward to individual liability through guarantees, veil piercing, and successor entities. The corporate entity's obligation, the tenant entity, the LLC or corporation, is the primary obliger. Its assets, bank accounts, inventory, equipment, accounts receivable are all potential collection targets. If the entity is still operating somewhere, those assets may still be accessible. Personal guarantees. Commercial landlords almost always require a personal guarantee from the principal or owner of the tenant entity. If you have a signed personal guarantee, the guarantor is personally liable for the lease obligations, and that's a collectible individual debt that survives the business entity's closure. Locating the principals. When the business has abandoned the premises, finding the principal behind the LLC or corporation requires investigation. Business registration records identify the registered agent, officers, and members. Professional skip tracing on those individuals produces current addresses, phone numbers, and employer information. Successor entities. Commercial tenants who abandon one business sometimes immediately open a new business, often in the same industry, sometimes with the same employees, sometimes serving the same customers. Successor liability analysis may allow recovery from the new entity. Lease damage calculation. Commercial lease damages include unpaid rent through the term, costs to relet the space, tenant improvement costs, and any other losses, which can be substantial for long-term commercial leases. People locator. Skip tracing investigates commercial tenant principals and locates guarantors. Visit peoplelocatorsskiptracing.com to place your order.